Embrace your inner pop star. We're talking about microphones in the elementary music classroom.
You're listening to That Music Podcast with Bryson Tarbett, the curriculum designer and educational consultant behind That Music Teacher and the Elementary Music Summit. Each week, Bryson and his guests will dive into the reality of being an elementary music teacher and how music can truly be transformative in the lives of the students you serve. Show notes and resources mentioned in this episode can be found at thatmusicteacher.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to That Music Podcast. Yes, today we are going to be talking about microphones for classroom use. When we're talking about microphones, we're not really talking about like for performances and all that, because that is a whole other can of worms. But this month we're talking a lot about vocal health. And vocal health, we can't get much, not easier, but like the place to start is with using voice amplification. So I want to share a couple of my favorites today, but before we talk about which mics I recommend, I want to talk first about why use a mic. And I think it's really important for us as teachers. If you caught last week's episode with Dr. Jennifer Whitehead, we talked about being professional voice users, right? And we are as as teachers in general, but especially music teachers. And it's really important for us to protect that voice, not only just for the day-to-day, making sure you have a voice at the end of the day, but we're going to be doing this for a long time, right? 30 some years we're going to be teaching, so we need to make sure we're taking care of that instrument. So why a microphone? First of all, the music classroom is loud. There's going to be kids that are singing. Hopefully you're not in a super small space, so you have to kind of have your voice project a little bit. And when doing so, it's really easy to just get louder. And if you get louder, what is everyone else going to do? Probably get louder, right? It just kind of raises the whole thing. But if you're able to bring it in and bring it into a microphone or something like that, just to kind of make it so you don't actually have to put the physical effort of yelling in, that can be really helpful. So I first had a microphone when I was student teaching. It was one of those little like lapel mics that was kind of on a lanyard. I loved it. I could be like, hello, everybody, please stop talking, listen to me. And it kind of brought everything back up. But that was in a classroom where it was kind of a new classroom. It was an add-on in the building, so they actually there are speakers in the ceiling. So if you have that is where I would start first. A lot of classrooms have that. I wish more did, but that's kind of the first place to start. Even if you aren't a really big fan of the microphone that comes with that, just already having that speaker system, that the voice amplification software or hardware, I guess, in your cabinet or somewhere, you can always change up the microphone with something new. Now, the majority of us probably don't have something like that. So let me show you a couple different options. So this is the one that I used for a long time. And my principal, she'd be like, Bryson, I can't handle you right now. Or she'd be like, hey, Brittany, or, the Backstreet Boys are back. I got it all. And there are a few things that I like about this one, and there are a few things that I don't like about this one. One, I'm not a huge fan of the way that it looks. I do kind of look like I'm in a call center, or I'm going to be doing my Vegas residency, which, whatever, I own it. But honestly, it's not my favorite microphone. What I do like about it is Bluetooth, so it's wireless. There's nothing like heavy connected to me. But I had to use essentially a speaker that I had on my, like, either put it around my neck, or on, it has a clip, so I could clip it on my belt, or something like that. And I think there is a way so that you can pair this speaker or this microphone with other Bluetooth speakers. I just never figured it out. What I liked about this one is when we had to teach outside during COVID, this was able to come with me. And this is actually where this one started, I think. If I think back correctly, I think I got this first when we were doing, teaching with masks and things like that. I'm like, all right, I've waited long enough. I need to get a shot, or I need to give it a shot and see what happens. So the thing about this is you charge it via the mini USB. My guess is the new ones, or at least there are some new ones that you can do with USB-C, because kind of everything's going on that. What I will say is, I'm not a huge fan of like things touching me. Speaking of, literally something just came off of it. But like this is, I don't mind this too much. It didn't fall off a lot when I was teaching. It stayed on. I could get really close if I needed to. I could keep it back a little bit farther. And what I liked about this one is if I wanted to, I didn't do it often with this one, but like if I had a student that was really struggling with projection, or they wanted to be involved but they weren't very loud, or during game, I don't know, I could take it off and they could do this. Yes, there's a germ side of this thing, so be aware of who you give it to and what ages. But I used this one for a couple of years. It was fine. I really wasn't looking for a new one. And then David over at Make Moments Matter, he posted on his, I think it was him. He posted on his about this guy, and I was sold. So what this is, it's another Bluetooth one, and it's wireless, so you can clip it on here. You can clip it on your lanyard, which is what I did most of the time. And it comes with 2 microphones. So I actually use this one the most. It just shorted out, which is the only reason I don't use it. So really what it has is I could like take this part and put it down where my what's it called, like on my belt, and then this guy I could clip wherever I wanted, and it was actually a really good microphone. It picked up pretty well, and then what I liked about this one was a couple of different things. One, it gave me the opportunity to have a longer cable or to keep it shorter if I needed to, because so it kind of came with those 2 mics. And then it came with this kind of different options. First of all, this connected via Bluetooth to a speaker that I already had. And it was a good one. It was like one of those Bose speakers. So it, even though they weren't in the ceiling, it was loud enough that, because that speaker was a high quality speaker, even though it was old, I was able to connect to it. Then it also has this little guy. So basically it's USB powered, and it's like, look, it's your little, I don't know, antenna. But what I liked about this one is it also has an aux input. So what I could use is I could actually have, basically this is the receiver. Instead of just connecting it directly to the Bluetooth speaker, I could connect it to, basically these 2 things would talk to each other, and then I could connect it from here. So that way my speaker, my music, and my microphone was coming through the same speaker. I didn't have to like keep switching inputs. So that's really the 2 that I liked. If I were still in the classroom, I'd be using this one. I'd probably get a new cord just so it's a little bit longer, because this one tends to allow me to be more direct. Obviously, I lost the thing. I think Kat took it, the little wind guard. But I really like this. Now, if you type in microphone for teachers, you are going to get like 7 bajillion different things on Amazon. And I think that that's good for some things, because they're going to bring the price overall down. But then you're going to get some that are just really not good. And I think that's going to be, you're going to want one that's going to last a while. The big thing about both of these is you want one that the battery you don't have to charge during the day. That's another one. Another thing that I didn't get into a lot of issues here, but I only used, my one building had a microphone built into the school. So I used that there, but this would get me through, the microphone on this, the headset would get me through basically half of the day. I never really tried to do it longer than that, because I didn't want it to run out in the middle of the day, because that happens sometimes. And I'd have to be like, well, I guess I don't have my microphone anymore. So you have to be consistently charging it. Finding one that has a good battery that's going to last a long time is going to be helpful. But really, the sky is the limit. There are so many different microphones that are already out there that you can connect to Bluetooth speakers that you may or may not already have. There's some that have, like kind of the one I showed you earlier, that has its own little, I don't know, speaker pack that comes with it. Little bonus on that one, you could also connect your phone to it if I wanted to use that outside for my Bluetooth speaker. But there's kind of pros and cons to all of them, right? I would say there are some that are very expensive, and then there are some that are a little bit more affordable. Sometimes you get what you pay for, and then sometimes things are just overpriced. Sometimes if you're able to come at this to your administrator from a like workplace safety thing, especially if you've had any sort of vocal health issues in the past. I know some people that I've seen online that they've actually, if they have actual vocal health issues, or if they get a scope, they'll actually have their doctor write essentially a prescription for a microphone, and basically use that as, hey, this is a workplace safety issue in this for me. And they might be able to use a different money for that because it's coming from an employer side of things rather than coming out of like a student facing budget side of things. But honestly, even if they say no, you can find ones that are fairly affordable. my administrator, I got my own because I didn't want to wait, quite frankly, to go through all the different hoops. I just wanted to try out some different things, and I knew that I'd want to be able to take them with me if I ever ended up leaving. So I hope those were helpful. Whatever microphone you end up using, I highly encourage you to give one a shot. Give it a couple of weeks to get used to. Be aware of what you like and what you don't like when you buy a microphone. Look at the reviews, and just kind of see what you want to get the most out of it. Especially if you're someone who doesn't really have a lot of vocal health issues and you just want to make sure you're maintaining it. You might not need one that's super loud or super, super high intensity. You might be able to get away with something more like this, even with just in its small form factor, and kind of clip it here just to give it a little bit more so you don't have to yell. A little added tidbit that I have is, first of all, don't yell into these. That's not going to help anyone. That's just going to create a sensory nightmare. But what you can do, if you really do want to get people's attention, you can really get close and don't yell, but just be like, hello, I am ready. Like, turn into a robot, not a loud robot, but really get in there, and like that will change up the timbre of it. And sometimes that'll help you break through the noise and the chaos. So I hope I've helped you kind of figure out where at least you want to start this next conversation. If you use a microphone, I would love for you to share in our community which ones that you like. So if you're watching on YouTube, put them down in the comments. Or if you are, hanging out with us somewhere else, let us know what microphones you like, which ones that you've tried and that you're like, really not for me, and anything in between. As always, thank you for listening to this week's episode of That Music Podcast. If you have not left us a review on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you're watching or listening, please give us a review. It helps us get in front of new music educators, but it also helps us figure out what you want more of and what you want less of. With that being said, thank you so much for making a difference in the lives of the students that you teach.